Hello guys, I am Krunzik, and I would like to welcome you in my humble channel. In this video, I will show you how to create a Lil Peep type beat in the simplest way possible. So buckle up and let's begin. First, set your BPM to 150, then follow it up by adding your favorite synthesizer. For my case, I chose to go with SRX keyboards. I like this VST so much, because it has premium sounding instruments. I'll choose the stereo piano preset for now, just so I can construct my ideas quickly. And I'll be using the simplest chord progression that humanity has ever created so far. Here's how it sounds. Okay, let's draw the notes in. Okay, now let's pick our sounds. As you can see, I duplicated my synth and picked different presets that gave a various dreamy vibes. Here's a little bonus for you: if your CPU is getting annihilated, you can go over to Tools, then Macros, and click on Purge Unused Clips, repeat it one again, and this time click on Switch Smart Disable for all plugins. Beautiful. Okay, now let's start equalizing. As you can see, I added Fruity EQ too. I boosted the highs and removed some of the low frequencies. Next I added OTT, which is a multi-band compressor, and tweaked the sound to my liking. Then I added isotope vinyl because I wanted to simulate the sound of an old tape machine and characterize it with a lo-fi feeling. I also added a camel crusher and applied some distortion to our chords. Now the sound is fatter and has some character built to it. Finally, I added another equalization and removed the unwanted frequencies that were added by our distortion plugin. Because of my potato PC, I consolidated the MIDI notes to an audio file so that I can keep producing without any lag. I cut the audio file to a more likable length so that it loops properly. Okay, now let's work on our 808. I wanted to have a punching 808 for this beat, so I picked my most favorite one. I assigned the 808 to its own mixer channel, and did some side organizations there too to make things easier for myself. At this time I started making the melody for our 808 pattern. I played the notes 2 octaves higher so that I could pick the correct notes. Here's what my pattern sounds like. For the effects, I added a fruity blood overdrive to give the sound more color and presence. I also supported it with some Camel Crusher distortion too. Here's how everything we have sounds together so far. Okay, now it's time for the drums. I went ahead and got myself a crash, some claps and a kick. And I made a drum pattern that I thought would fit our song. Here's how it sounds like. I also added some percussion loops to make it groovier. Now it's time for the side chain. I picked an empty mixer channel, renamed it and gave it its own color. Remember to always organize your projects, guys. Okay, I selected my 808 channel and routed it to the side chain channel. Then I created an automation clip for the audio fader on the side chain channel. The side chain channel should have no effects in it. This part is easy. All I did was I muted everything except my kick and the automation clip that I just created. I copied the volume value on the start of the first automation point, added another one and gave it the same value that the first one had. This simply means that the volume will be the same on each point you add, and things won't sound messy. So I shaped my automation clip, cut it and pasted it under each kick. Now the 808 won't be clashing with the kick anymore. Speaking of the kick, I also assigned it to its own mixer channel for further processing, since it wasn't powerful enough. For the effects, I added OTT, played with it for a little bit, and now it sounds okay. The kick wasn't tickling my fancy, so I swapped it with another one, and now it sounds perfect. For sound variation, I duplicated our main synth and pulled it a whole octave down. I also gave it its own mixer channel. applied some equalization to it and made it stereo, to make it wider in the mix. Now it is safe to say that we finally have something to call a song. I applied some subtle reverb on our main synth with my favorite plugin Valhalla Vintage Verb. Now that our song is almost complete, let's work on our drop melody. For this latter I chose the good old SH101 from Roland Cloud, and picked two presets that I knew would work great in the drop. I used the same effects chain of our main synths from earlier, and here's how our drop melody sounds like. So as always I started working on the melody, and here's how it sounds. What I did next was I duplicated the same plugin and I gave it the same melody. I once again consolidated the MIDI into an audio file, and I extended it to an 8 bars progression. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part, the hi-hat loop. I didn't bother programming my own, so I used a beautiful loop that I had laying around. I found this marching band snare loop, so I extended it to the correct tempo and added it to the second part of the drop. For the intro of the song, I simply copied over our main chord progression and added some basic rimshot pattern under it. To conclude with, I added some minor and simple additions to the song, such as a low-pass filter that paves the way for us towards the first drop, and made a simple outro. And without making this video any longer than it already is, here's the final result. In the end, I would like to say that it has been an honor having you guys on my channel for today. I hope it was an enjoyable and informative experience for you. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more musical content. Thanks for watching and goodbye.